Well, it's 9:30 on the west East Coast, 6:30 on the West Coast. And usually this would be when I would start streaming Animal Crossing. But today I just need to talk. I just need to talk because of what today is. And no, I'm not getting political. It has nothing to do with the state of the country. It has nothing to do with anybody else. It's personal. This morning I got a phone call from a friend of mine. His dad ended up in the hospital. He was throwing up. And he calls me in a panic and he tells me something. He says, I don't want my dad to die. And all I could say to him was, none of us want our dad to die. He was expecting me to continue, but I didn't. Then I said, you know, today is my father's birthday. I lost my dad about 7 years ago. So, needless to say, the 4th of July is kind of rough for me. I miss him. I do. And right now, I just need some time to vent. I need someone, anyone to talk to. And while I'm sure there's probably nobody watching this stream right now because, well, I've been trying the streaming thing for about a week straight. And I have one viewer pop up, and that's probably just me. But I need to get this out. I need to get this off my chest. For everybody else, the 4th of July is a celebration. We're celebrating our freedom. We're setting off explosives because it's fun. For me, it's nothing but pain. It hurts. I mean, we never did anything fancy for my dad's birthday. We didn't launch fireworks or have a big party or anything. No, that wasn't our style. I mean, yeah, when I was younger, my dad would go out and get fireworks and we'd shoot them off every 4th of July. But hadn't done that for a very long time. Not for the lack of the fact that, well, fireworks were illegal where we lived at the time. Well, now I hear all those explosions out there and they just remind me I'm never going to see my dad again. Everybody else is out there enjoying their lives, and here I am sitting here on a live stream just talking to people that are not even there to listen to. And I'm crying. I'm crying because I miss my father. And I need to get this out. And I don't care if anybody ever watches this. Okay? I don't even know if I'm going to put this on my YouTube channel when I'm done. This is me time. And if anybody wanted to come in here and talk to me about this, that would be great. But I'm just a small fish in a very, 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 very large ocean. And I'm just not noticed. I completely understand that. I really do. I mean, let's face it. I'm a furry. And we get we used to get a bad rap. A lot of us still do. I'm a PNG tuber. And apparently, thanks to a bunch of trolls, that's a bad thing. I'm trying to be responsible with this. Personally, I enjoy this. I'm doing this more for a hobby while I'm looking for a job. I don't plan on making money from this. I probably never will. I doubt I'll even reach the the 20 follower goal that I'm looking for, that I'm trying to reach. I mean, I'm 6 away from it, but nobody's coming in here to watch me, so who's going to follow me? It's frustrating. I'm in debt up to my eyeballs after graduating from college. I have a new car that I need to pay for because my old car just happened to break down in the middle of school. I'm lucky enough to have family that can help me out, but I want to be able to support myself. I want to be able to live my life the way I want to. I know this nowhere. I'm not even deluding myself with the fact that I can make money with this. I'll never make a I'll never make affiliate. I will never be able to I will never reach a audience because I haven't been doing this all of my life. I'm 48 years old. And here I am as an animated GIF talking to people who aren't there. I don't want this to be a pity party. I'm just trying to vent. It'd be nice if there were people out there to actually talk to. Really would. But no. Right now, I'm in here by myself. I try to do what I can to get people's attention. Started a Twitter specifically for this channel. I made my own foreground and background. I found somebody who was nice enough to actually fix me up like this for $30. It's cheap, so I can actually start trying it out. I don't need to be spending hundreds of dollars on a fully rigged model. I don't need one of those fancy 3D models out like the HoloLive girls have and stuff like that. I don't need that. I just want to reach people. I want to talk to people. I want them to talk back to me. I'm doing this to make some kind of human connection. I know, weird. Here I am, pretending to be a giant mouse, and I'm looking for human connections. What am I doing wrong? I'm sorry, I'm just venting. It's all I know how to do right now. I have a degree in broadcast journalism, and I'm trying to use that to basically get a job behind the scenes. I don't want to be a news reporter. I want to be the guy that makes the news reporters look good. I want to be the guy behind the scenes that edits the stories, puts them together so they can go on the air and that other people can report it. I admit I do have ADHD. I do have ADD. Not so much the hyperactivity. But I've learned to focus my problem. Focus it down and use it to my advantage now. A lot of people can do that. But I'm not trying to throw a pity party here. I really am not. I don't want people to feel sorry for me and follow me because, oh, poor guy. His life is so terrible. Well, my life isn't that bad. I know people who have it a hell of a lot worse. I have a friend who's had a worse life than me. So bad Oh, I don't want to get into her. I don't want to get into her life. Her mom is a complete and total nightmare. Whenever she tells me about her, I feel so much better about myself. So, I'd ask anybody out there how their lives are going right now, but there is nobody out there. Not a single person following me. Maybe I'm just streaming at the wrong time. I mean, people are just going to work on the East Coast and they're just waking up on the West Coast. I wanted to do a stream where people could just sip their coffee, watch a little Animal Crossing, and help people get on with their day. That was my idea. That's the audience I wanted to reach. But I chose the wrong game apparently because everybody and their uncle play is on here streaming Animal Crossing. All my other games, I've gotten basically free games from Amazon Prime Gaming. I figured, hey, I could use those to stream. I looked them up, and apparently, nobody wants to stream those games. And I'm not the kind of guy who likes playing scary games and freak out so everybody can laugh at me because I'm scared of a because of a jump scare. I don't like being jump startled. It is not fun for me. But apparently it's those kind of games that everybody's interested in. And it's not the kind of game that I want to play. Well, I'm going to see how long I can actually last on this talking stream. I mean, I seriously doubt I'll get anybody coming in. I don't think anybody's going to be interested in listening to me vent at my troubles. I'm not talking about current events. I'm just talking about life. And how much I absolutely hate this day because it reminds me of the fact that my dad and I were, well, let's just say we didn't have the best of relationships at the beginning. Yeah. My dad and I were so much alike, we constantly butted heads with each other. We almost came to blows a few times. My dad didn't teach me how to ride a bicycle because when I was a kid, I fell off my bike and I'd hurt my legs. I'd scraped my knees so bad I could barely stand and walk. And my dad wanted me to get back on my bike. Well, I told him I couldn't because I physically couldn't. And he told me if I never got back on that bike, I was never going to ride it again. He was just good to his word. He took the bike, he locked it up, and he never approached me because I guess he expected me to constantly approach him. When it was time for me to learn how to drive, my dad took me out once. He lost his temper with me and said, I can't teach you how to drive. I refuse to. The first time I tried driving with my mom, she grabbed the wheel out of my hand and we had an accident. We ran into a bunch of trees on the side of the road. So she was afraid to teach me how to drive. My dad refused to teach me how to drive because he didn't have the patience. I didn't learn how to drive until I was about 25 years old. And I learned from my ex wife. Yeah, I was married at one point. Oh, hey, Bob. Yeah, we're not doing the Animal Crossing thing today. I just need to vent today. It's 4th of July and my dad's birthday. Yeah. I figured I'd see how long I could talk to see if I can actually get people to come in here and maybe talk with me. I mean, the Animal Crossing thing is fun and all, but the market is oversaturated with Animal Crossing New Horizons people. And a lot of people who've been doing it a lot longer, who have islands that are fully developed and they've got everything. And me, I'm just starting out again. Mainly because starting out is the thing that I enjoy doing. I like building from the bottom up. I tend to lose interest once I finally get KK Slider in. So, how's your life going, Bob? That's good to hear. Dealing with all the explosions going on outside your windows? Yeah, well, I've got too much to talk about. Between one of my best friends constantly dumping all of his troubles on me because he knows that I'll be there to help keep him from panicking. Sometimes I feel like I'm his whoopee. The fact that today would have been my dad's birthday, but he passed away in 2015. I can't seem to reach an audience. I just don't know what to do. I mean, the absolute worst part about all this is I keep getting these bots that say, hey, we'll make you famous. Just go to this website and put in this code, and we'll get you like 10 followers. Yeah, and what do you expect me to do? Sign my soul to you? No thanks. I would rather. Oh, thanks, Bob. I would rather fight my way as a small fish in a big ocean than sign some Faustian bargain with a robot. Though I am thinking of possibly upgrading. Starting tomorrow, I'm going out to get my car inspected and start driving Uber to make some money. maybe if I can actually make some real money, I can invest a little bit into this endeavor that, oh, Uber's easy for me. I mean, weird I got a weird sleep schedule anyway. So what I usually do is when I drive Uber, I usually wake up at like midnight, get breakfast, take a shower, brush my teeth, shave, get ready for the day, and then leave the house. Uber's, well, it all depends on where you live. Here in Mobile, Uber is not scary, especially when you're driving between the hours of 2 a.m. and 5 a.m. All the bars are long closed by 2 a.m. on the weekdays. So I might get like one or two drunks in the car. The other people are just folks trying to get to work. And the thing is, there are very few people driving between 2 and 5 in the morning. So I feel a need. I feel a need that is required. And it's something I did for 3 years while I was in college until the Earth decided, eh, I tried like DoorDash. The thing is, with food delivery, you don't make nearly as much as you do driving people around. Because the nice thing about driving people around is a lot of times. One moment, please. I've got a knock at my door. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Like I said, I did DoorDash, and I didn't make enough money to cover the gas. That's before gasoline was almost $4.50 a gallon. I mean, I might also do the Uber Eats thing since I am driving for Uber, but I honestly don't have a problem picking people up and having people in my car. Where I live on the South Coast, it's not nearly as bad as you think. I think the worst thing to ever happen in my car, somebody left the tail end of a marijuana joint in my car once. That was the worst thing. Mainly because it made my car reek. The only thing I'm going to miss from driving my Uber from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. is, well, oh, it's no big deal. It's no problem. You're the only one in here I'm talking to. I'm just rambling to myself more than anything. But honestly, I think the worst thing to ever happen in my car was this one passenger. He expected me to go pick up his brother and bring him to the hotel. Well, I'm glad you feel special. You're honestly, Bob, you are probably the one person who I can count on to show up for the streams. Honestly. I honestly can say you are one of my most loyal followers. And who knows, maybe if I actually do make affiliate and I can start taking bits and subs, I'll point at you and say, you see this guy? He's been there since the beginning. He was there when I was just a little fish in a big pond. And so am I. I'm honored too, man. I'm just glad that I have somebody here to talk to right now. Sometimes I feel like I'm doing something absolutely wrong because I see all these other channels that have like hundreds of people, but then I turn around and I don't have anybody. I've started following a lot of other VTubers recently, but not so much to watch their streams, because I'll be honest, I don't really watch a lot of Twitch. There's like one show on here that I watch all the time. Oh, I know it takes time. I know it takes time. That's what everybody keeps telling me. Yeah, I know. Like I said, it's what I keep hearing from a lot of the other VTubers out there. Just keep going at it, keep working on it. But I'm not gonna like spend a lot of money on this. At least not too much. I'm gonna stick with the PNG slash GIFTuber thing. I mean, my current rig, I paid $30 for this image, and the rest of it I just made myself out of stock footage. The picture in the neon sign in the back, I made that myself. The brick wall is just something that I found, free clip art. Same thing with the microphone and the tip jar and the coffee mug. The piano, that actually comes from Second Life, which is kind of where I got my start. I do different kinds of content. Most of the content I used to do. I'm a singer. I don't play instruments. Unfortunately, I wish I did. Heck, I wish I played the piano. I'd actually hook up the piano and play it myself rather than playing this royalty-free music playlist that I found on YouTube. But I'll admit, I have been very lucky. Oh, cool. Uh, I did take piano lessons for a while, but the problem is being military, and I started taking piano lessons when my dad was over in Germany. Being military, we moved around a lot, so I didn't have a steady piano teacher. And then when we moved to our final location in Georgia, we found a piano teacher, but uh, my brother and I just we didn't care for the piano. When I was in middle school, I played the French horn. Oh God, that was a mistake. I'd love to try and pick up the guitar, but I can't afford a guitar, and I really can't afford lessons. I always thought it would be neat to play the violin, but or more appropriately, the fiddle. Oh, really? Well, funnily enough, I plan on I'd love to move there someday. Yeah, I'll admit I've had an interesting life. I was born in Texas, actually. I was born in Abilene, Texas, on Dyess Air Force Base. And not long after I was born, we moved to Florida, which is where my brother was born. Now, I hear Houston. I've heard mixed reviews about Houston. Me, I'm planning on moving to the Dallas Fort Worth area, but that's because I have a broadcast journalism degree, and the Dallas Fort Worth area is like the fifth highest market in the entire country. Also, I have my significant other happens to live there. I would absolutely. Oh, cool. But I would absolutely love to be able to move to Arlington with my significant other, with my boyfriend. Yes. But at the rate things are going, that's not really going to happen anytime soon. All the news jobs in Dallas require anywhere between 3 and 5 years of experience, and I can't even get an entry level job somewhere, and it's driving me crazy. Yeah, a lot of people would love to move to Canada these days. I mean, I have friends that live in Canada. I have friends all over the place thanks to the internet. In fact, one of my Canadian friends, she's an artist. She's going to be reworking the lounge here. She's going to be redoing the back wall for me. She's already working on a piano with a microphone. And thanks to the overlay I use, I can set up any kind of tip jar I want, so I don't really need that image anymore. I won't really need this image anymore. So
and she's talking about making holiday backgrounds for me as well. She's already working on it. She's already made the rainbow wall for Pride Month for next year. She's gonna make a wall and piano for Halloween and Christmas. And she's not charging me a single thing. She wants to help me. She wants me to succeed at this. And I absolutely love her to death for wanting to be there for me to help me get this off the ground. And who knows? Maybe if I get the right job in the news, not only can I make a living on that with that, I can still do this on in my spare time. Heck, I might actually even be able to buy some relevant games. I think that's my biggest problem. All the games I have, nobody is streaming. The kind of games I'm interested in are things like the Dark Side Detective series. I'm actually talking to another artist to help rig a 2D live figure of me. It'll cost me about $240. But after that, it's only $40 for different outfits. I'll be starting off like this, of course, in my vest and my piano playing outfit. And from there, I plan on getting different outfits to suit the different kinds of games I'll be playing. If I decide to play some kind of murder mystery um, game, I want to have a like Sam Spade hard boiled detective outfit. When I'm playing fantasy games like Dungeons and Dragons Online or Neverwinter Nights or something like that, I'm going to have a full suit of armor because I like to be a paladin. That's my favorite class in Dungeons and Dragons to play. If I decide to play something like Monkey Island or who knows, maybe Assassin's Creed Black Flag or something like that, I'm going to have me a pirate outfit. Arr. Oh yeah, bards are fun. Bards are fun. But I've always gravitated towards the paladin because, well, it's something about my personality. I can't really explain it, but I just feel the need to help people. And being a paladin, I can do both protect and save people. It may sound silly, but that's just how I feel. Yeah, paladins are awesome. And whenever I build my paladin, he always has three things. He has a long sword, he has his shield, and he has a war hammer. Now everybody's like, "Why do you need a sword and a war hammer? That's just silly. You don't need that much. You don't need all those weapons." I'm like, but you're not thinking. You're playing 2D chess. I'm playing 4D Vulcan chess here. The longsword has slashing and piercing. Yes. The the longsword has slashing and piercing damage. The Warhammer has bludgeoning damage. See, zombies are weak against slashing damage. Things like skeletons and golems are weak to bludgeoning damage. So I have all of the undead covered pretty much. And as a paladin, that is something that I would really focus on. I also have myself an account on Hero Forge, and for my birthday last year, I bought myself a 1-year subscription. So I got like credits for 60 figures that I can buy and print out on my 3D printer, and then I can take them and print them and paint them and then use them. And I'm actually thinking of using that particular program to maybe design some of my outfits. Who knows? Well, it looks like we have another person come into the stream. Want to say hi? Well, it's fine if you don't. Me, I'm just trying to see how long I can hold a conversation like this, even if I'm just talking to myself. Well, looks like they decided to leave. What's wrong? What's wrong, Bob? Oh, well, my character name is Cedar. That's Cedar, like the tree. And of course, the location is the Velvet Fog Lounge, just like the neon sign says. I am glad I found this playlist. It's got some pretty music. Lots of really nice piano pieces. Well, I've been here talking for. Oh, my taste in music. Um, I like a little bit of everything. I really don't like modern music though. I was a kid in the 90s, so I like a lot of 90s alternative, 80s new wave, actual 70s rock and roll. Um, a lot of 70s southern rock actually, like Zeppelin, things like that. Um, big fan of Weird Al Yankovic actually. Um, I've always had, well, for lack of a better term, eclectic tastes in music. Personally, when I perform, I like the works of Frank Sinatra. Mainly because, well, he performed in my vocal range. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do something special for you, Bob. Right after this piano piece finishes. Yeah, I'm going to do something special just for you, Bob, since you're the only one here. And who knows? Maybe other people will catch this on the VOD and it might actually make them interested. Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Fill my heart with song, let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, in other words, I
You. Uh, aw. Why, thank you. It's been a long time since I performed like that in front of an audience of any size. I used to go to conventions and sing like that for their talent shows. There was a time when I used to get standing ovations before thousands of people. I mean, I'm nothing special. I mean, I'm just another furry who happens to be able to sing. And I just happen to sing. I used to sing in costume. But now I've got this avatar as my costume. Who knows? Maybe I'll actually make the suit again. Well, thank you, Bob. I appreciate it. I don't know. Have you ever been to Anthrocon? Ah, because I performed there twice. I did Fly Me to the Moon my first time. I didn't have my full suit, so they put me at the very end of the masquerade, the talent show there, and they had everybody come out and start dancing in front of the stage, and I felt like the top of the world at that time. The next time I performed, I had a full suit. I did New York, New York, and I did pretty good. I got another round of applause from all those people. And it does make me feel special whenever I'm able to perform like that for a large crowd. Oh, it is. It is. It's not easy. I mean, just wearing the suit and tie and getting out there and singing is hard enough. Now imagine wearing a suit and tie and your couch. That's what it's like singing in a fursuit. But I do miss it. I really do. I just don't have the money. And to be fair, the furry community and Anthrocon in general has changed a lot. There was a while there where the furry fandom had a huge influx of Antifa people, and they were ruining it for a lot of people. Some of my favorite performers got
blackballed from Anthrocon, and his show got replaced by a freaking dance competition. Oh, that made me mad. Especially considering the chairman of the board of Anthrocon was somebody this guy considered a best friend for the longest time. But c'est la vie. Well, it's been an hour, and usually I would be about done with my stream. Yeah, I agree, but considering Anthrocon has like about 5 different dance competitions, and they decide to replace a comedian with floor wars, as they call it. Yeah, and it's mainly because the person who is in charge of entertainment just didn't like the comedian, so he basically got blackballed because he started calling him a Nazi. Yeah, he was one of those kind of Antifa people where if you weren't like him, if you weren't didn't agree with him, you were a Nazi. And when the atmosphere of Anthrocon got like that, I decided I'm not going again. And then, well, the world ended. At least as far as conventions go, the world ended. Oh, well, I'm not gonna. Yeah, it does. Well, I'm not I'm not going anywhere right now. Like I said, I usually end my stream here. I'm gonna see how long I can stay and talk before I just absolutely can't tolerate it anymore. And as long as I have somebody to talk to, I'm sticking around. Who knows? Maybe if I stand here and talk long enough, people will actually notice me. So, yes, I've had an interesting life, as it were. Oh, well, yes, my family has a dog. She's a corgi mix. We don't know what the rest of her is. Um, then I have a pet boyfriend in Texas. Oh, wait, you didn't mean that kind of pet. Um, and he actually has a cat. He has a cat named Izzy. um,
My family's always had dogs. Me, I'm just an animal person in general. In fact, when I was in the 8th grade, I helped my science teacher take care of the class snakes. Of course, my mom would absolutely have a conniption fit if we had a snake. Okay, I don't understand what that means. I really don't know what you mean. Oh, 6 cats and 2 dogs. Okay. I mean, I do follow somebody on YouTube that owns 8 wiener dogs. And she does YouTube short videos where she dresses all 8 of her wiener dogs up in glow sticks. They all jump in the back of her car in the middle of the night and then go to the car wash because the car wash has all sorts of lights on the inside. Oh. Oh, in that case, I think I can beat your Mexican 8 with my redneck colony of cats. We actually had about a colony in our backyard at one time of like 13 different cats. Like I think like 4 or 5 generations of cats. Though it was kind of strange. One day, they just all seemed to have disappeared. They just left. Sadly, we had one litter die of distemper, but that happens. We had to collect the dead kittens, and we had a funeral pyre for them in the backyard. Couldn't bury them all. It wasn't long after that that the cats just seemed to move on. We think somebody in the neighborhood actually called animal control and had all the cats gathered up somehow. But I mean, we had a colony and a half of cats. It was actually kind of good for my brother because, well, we didn't really. We had the dog, but my brother liked taking care of the cats that just happened to live in the back, all the strays that happened to live in the neighborhood. But like I said, one day they just all up and disappeared. My aunt is currently taking care of a couple of strays in her that live around her house. At least we think they're strays. They may live in one of the houses around the neighborhood and just happen to go to her house because she gives out free food. Oh, oh dear. Yipes. I don't know what to say about that. That's kind of rough. Never a good thing to find bits and pieces of a dog or a cat. Hope it wasn't the dog that got at one of the cats. Yeah, it is sad. It really is. Mm. Uh, okay. I'll take that time to go get me some water while I'm at it. Ah, much better. and welcome back, Bob. I was just looking through my apparently it looks like my Discord may have been hacked. Uh, no, I think actually some my friend that got hacked, um, because now he's apparently blocking me. I think he may have clicked the link that he sent me to this group called Discord Shaming. Oh, I'm not planning on joining. But this guy's more than just a friend. He's my freaking dungeon master. Well, he's my game master for a game I play on Sundays. I play 40K Rogue Trader. Oh, wait, I shouldn't say that because Games Workshop might come along and hit me with the ban hammer. Hmm. Yep, I traded out my coffee cup for a nice big bottle of water. Sadly, no, I don't. Ah.
Dream chat. Oh my goodness. Here I was minding my own business, trying to congratulate everybody on 4th of July, and then you just start talking about rumors. Shame. Shame.
Well,
What have you done, Gary? Happy 4th, man.
I wish there was a way I could contact him. I mean, I sent a message to the group chat that we use for the game, so hopefully he saw that, but maybe he's blocking me and hopefully the others will see it and be able to tell him. Well, honestly, it's getting on in the day. It's almost 10. It's almost 10 o'clock here, so I think we're gonna raid somebody. How's that sound? I mean, she's doing she's just chatting as well, so we'll see if we can. We'll go ahead and raid her. Her name is Onigiri. Um, I don't know what the raid message should be, but we're gonna go ahead and start the raid. And it's going to be interesting to see how she reacts because I very rarely raid people. So off we go. So I will see you probably this time tomorrow. See you then, Bob. And remember, you stay awesome.